How's it going, everyone? Shifty here, and a little while ago I put up a poll on my channel. In that poll I asked you guys what dungeon you wanted to see me make a video on. Overwhelmingly it seemed like you guys wanted to see me do the Prophecy dungeon. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a solo flawless completion of the Prophecy dungeon on a Warlock. In just a little bit I'll go over the build that I started the run with. Then over the course of the dungeon I'll explain any loadout switches that I end up making. Before I get into all that, if you end up enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. To start off the dungeon, I am using Bottom Tree Voidwalker, and my exotic throughout the entire thing is Ophidian Aspect. Then my starting weapons are the Witherhoard, the omnioculus SMG, and Threaded Needle. Now if you have the Taken Spec mod from the Last Wish raid, I highly recommend slotting it in all your legendary weapons. If you don't have it, I recommend going with Major Spec. However, if you're using a weapon primarily for boss damage, I would go with Boss Spec. As I mentioned, these weapons will change over the course of the run, but I'll explain any of those changes. And given I'm using the omnioculus SMG, you may have already guessed I'm using a Warmind Cell build. With that said, if you aren't checking out Ada 1 every single day to see what combat mod she's selling, I highly recommend doing so. Just the other day she was selling Warmind's Protection, which is a mod that I'm going to be using today. Now I'm going to go over my Warmind Cell build, and you'll see my other armor mods in the process. So first of all, I have Warmind's Protection, which only goes in Void Elemental Armor. This makes it so I take reduced damage from enemies that are near my Warmind cells. Then I have Global Reach. This makes it so my Warmind cells have an effect at a greater distance. Next up is Rage of the Warmind. This can only be slotted in solar armor, and it adds additional solar damage to the explosions of my Warmind cells. Next up is Fire Team Medic, and this also goes in solar armor. This makes it so destroying a Warmind cell creates a burst of healing for you and allies near you. And last up is Wrath of Rasputin. This one goes in solar armor as well. And this mod says that solar splash damage final blows have a chance to create Warmind cells. Anyway, that is my starting loadout for the dungeon. Again, I will be explaining any changes I make as I go through the dungeon. In this run, I am offering live commentary, and there will be timestamps for each of the encounters. Now, let's jump right in.
Warlock and a Dredgen ask a question.
What is the nature of the dark?
Our answer awaits.
Alright, right after you go through the portal, you'll notice a light and a dark pillar in the distance.
It's intrinsic to the answer.
In the dark pillar, we have to dunk 5 motes of darkness, and in the light one, we have to dunk 5 light motes. To get dark motes, you have to kill one of these Taken Knights in the dark. As you can see, we're in a dark area, so we got dark motes. Each knight will drop 3 motes, and you need a total of 5. So I have to kill 2 knights to get 5. When you pick up the 5th one, you'll go into 3rd person. And then you can head over here. Now, to get light ones, I have to be standing in the light. As you can see, I'm in the light here. And I'm just going to go quickly grab those. Once you have 5 of those, you can dunk it in this one. After you've dunked both sets, you can go through that doorway. But you're going to have to dunk in another light and dark pillar in the next room. So I'm actually going to get the dark motes in this room because it's much easier to do so. And just like that, should be 5 dark motes on the ground. I'll bring those right on to the next room and go straight to the end to dunk them. After this, we'll only have to get 5 light motes. So I gotta take out the knight while standing in the light. And I have to take out 1 more knight while standing in the light. Alright, we are done with the intro part of Prophecy. The moat dunking mechanic will persist throughout the entire dungeon. As you can see, the final boss is taunting us here. We just have to scale this wall. As you can see, I'm very skilled at doing so. And here we are at the next encounter. You can hop across here if you would like. Before I place a rally banner, I'm going to switch some things up. So I'm going to go to Well of Radiance. I am going to keep the Witherhoard and Ikulos SMG, but I'm going to swap to Falling Guillotine. Everything else should be good to go. I'm going to place the rally banner, and you're going to notice 2 dark pillars and 2 light pillars. That means we're going to have to be killing some more knights in this area. Once you take those pillars down, it will be boss DPS. So I figured I'd use my super here because I'd probably get it back. As you may have already noticed, I took out 1 knight. And this should take out the second one. That'll put me at 5 dark motes. So I'll head up here. And dump those. And then I'm going to hide back here because it is relatively safe. Place a Witherhoard shot there. Looks like I spawned a Warmind cell. Place a Witherhoard shot there. And it looks like I have a bunch of light motes out here, so I might as well go grab those. I didn't even anticipate doing that, but I will definitely take it. Goes right in there, and now we need 1 more set of dark motes and 1 more set of light motes. Looks like we got 3 dark motes right here. And I should get 3 more. Perfect. And that'll go right here. If I don't die. I'm going to head back to safety real quick. And I might as well place a rift down. Gotta be careful because sometimes the knights will push back here a little bit. Alright. Now I have to get light mode. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to sword 1 knight for safety. And I'll try to place a Witherhoard on that other one. I'm probably going to die here. I'm going to throw a grenade down on the ground, and then I'm going to go for those light motes. Looks like my other ones may have expired, but I do have 5 more right here. I'm ready to dump. And we are a boss DPS, so I'm going to place a well right on the boss, Witherhoard, and then I'm going to go right to sorting the boss. Heavy attacking whenever it's fully charged. And refreshing Witherhoard anytime that I need to. Well of Radiance lets me damage the boss even if it's being shielded by these goblins. And that was a pretty easy 1 phase of the Phalanx boss. When you're ready, you can head right into here. Just gonna swap out my concussive dampeners for sniper damage resistance. Swap Witherhoard for a kinetic scout rifle. And I'm going to use Anarchy here, but it's not necessary. I'm just going to be using it for the Taken Blights. Alright, so right when you get to this area, I'm going to show you where there's a hidden chest first. If you head off to the left of where you spawn in, you'll encounter this little area where you see Clovis. If you go just past that, you'll find another little structure. And in that structure, there's a little hidden area, and you'll find a chest. I've already gotten the chest this week, so I didn't get anything from it, but you should if you haven't done this yet. Now to actually complete this area, it's random for everyone, but you want to look for an area with taken blights. I think I've seen some over here. They're dome structures. Yep. I like to try to take out these sniping hobgoblins right away. I do have this guy behind me harassing me a little bit. See if I can take it out quick. Alright, perfect. Now let's see if we can resume the hobgoblins. Got most of them. I'm going to use this ridge for cover here as I try to take out some of these captains. Looks like we just have one captain left. Might as well just go finish the captain. Take out a few more of these thrall here. And I'm going to stick this with anarchy. If you don't have anarchy, don't worry too much about it. You can just simply shoot it as well. Stick one on here, and then head over and stick one on here. You do have to destroy all 3 blights to move on. When all 3 blights are down, you're going to want to collect this. And you'll have to find another area with some more taken blights to repeat the process. I see a taken blight over there, so that's where we want to head to. Two hobgoblin snipers down. There should be one more. There it is. I'm getting plenty of heavy ammo drops here. Now that the enemies are cleared out, I'm going to take out the 3 blights. Now we can head for that. Now in order to finish this area, we have to do that one more time. All 3 taken hobgoblins are down. Now I can take out the 3 blights. And when the 3 blights are down, don't forget to grab that. And you should notice it says the way is open in the bottom left hand corner. So if you kind of head to the middle of the arena in order to orient yourself, you can kind of see in the distance there's a wall-like structure over there. And then if you look over there, there's another wall-like structure. Those are the only 2 walls in the area. And to proceed, you're going to want to go to this right one. I'm going to try to avoid that invisible guy. Before we get started, for this one I'm going to switch back to my threaded needle and to my wither horde as well, and I'm going to be swapping to bottom tree void walker. Everything else should be good to go. Now that I'm ready, I'm going to use a rally banner. You'll notice these circles around the room. We're going to be looking for the glowing white orb at one of those, and then look at the pillar right below it. There's the orb, so we're going to need to get dark motes. Now there's going to be some acolytes that spawn around the room. You're going to want to kind of clear those out right away. When the acolytes are taken care of, there will be some hobgoblin snipers up top. In order to get knights to spawn, you have to take out a hobgoblin sniper. And then when you take out a knight, those hobgoblin snipers will respawn somewhere. So I need dark mode, so I'm trying to stand in the dark here. I'm going to need 3 more. And they should spawn right now. Once you have the motes you need, you can head to the pillar right below the orb, dunk them, and then head to the center of the room. And you'll basically repeat that process throughout this entire thing. Alright, so this is one of the rare instances where it's on the ceiling. That means I can dunk the orb wherever I want to. So I'll just pick this pillar right here. I'll need light motes. I need to take out a hobgoblin, another hobgoblin, and now I can go for the knights. I need to be standing in the light because I'm going for the light pillar right next to me. Go grab the motes. You have to remember that there will be hobgoblins that respawn as well. I'm going to actually heal with my grenade real quick. And since I'm close to this one, I'll just dunk it here. And now I'll get to move on. Alright, this time we need light motes. Take out the acolytes first. And I'm going to use that warmind cell. I was able to take out one of the hobgoblins with it. Actually, I took out both of them with it. That was a close one, but Devour saved me. Oop, I missed a mote back here. And I'm not picking up these motes. Alright. Right below the orb. And to the center of the room. Alright, this time I need dark motes. I canceled that on accident. Take out a hobgoblin. Looks like I took out 2 hobgoblins. I'm gonna need dark mode, so I'm gonna sit in the dark. And I have to be careful for the hobgoblin snipers again. I think some fell down. Yep, some of them fell down, so I have to hurry up and take out another knight from the dark. And it looks like we're right next to the pillar we need. That worked out perfectly. And into the center of the room. Looks like we got another ceiling one. So I'm going to go for light. For this pillar right here. Must have already taken out one hobgoblin with my war mine cell. Alright, grab these 3 motes. I'm missing motes again. Alright, we'll just dunk it in this one. Remember, I can dunk it in any of them. As long as the color matched. I should mention that. As long as the color matched. Alright, we need dark this time around. You just want to keep repeating this process until you get to a boss fight. So I said I needed dark. And we're right here. This time we need dark again. Got a hobgoblin right above me. Go over here and grab these dark ones. I'm actually going to use this right away. Gotta remember where I gotta go now. I think it's right back here. Yep. And here we are at the boss fight. So you're going to have 2 taken centurions that spawn. So I'm going to put a wither horde on this one and then I'm going to super it. After you take one of them out, some taken thrall will spawn. Not too big of a deal. And I'm just going to use Wither Horde to take this one out. As soon as you take the second one out, the chest will spawn. And right above the chest is your exit to the room. This will bring us back to the Wasteland area. Again, you'll see the final boss taunting you in the distance. Just hop on your sparrow and head off to the right. You'll get to drive through this nice neon room a little bit. And then after a little while, you'll make it to Ribbon Road. So basically for this part, we got to follow the ribbons all the way down to somewhere over there. You can use your sparrow, or if you're a little uncomfortable with that, you can just run the whole way. If you're worried about dying, I would probably recommend walking. However, I would recommend using a long-range weapon to take out the sniper vandals. Gotta be careful. I'm actually gonna get a new sparrow out because mine got damaged. And this is part of the risk. But we made it through just fine for now. Once you make it up to here, you'll notice the ribbon twists. What you want to do here is hop off the right side onto another ribbon. I'm just gonna walk on this one because I'll have to do a little bit more jumping in a bit. Once you get up here a little ways, there is a platform you can jump onto. And then you can hop back onto a ribbon. I'm gonna hop off here because you have to jump off this ribbon onto another one again. And then I'll hop back on my sparrow. Again, if you don't feel comfortable on your sparrow, go ahead and run the whole way. Up in front of us, we'll have some taken wall cannons to worry about. They have pushed me off before, so you do have to be a little bit careful. Towards the end of this area, there is going to be a secret chest, and I'll show you how to get that one. I'll just take this last part slow. And once you get here, you can hop off your sparrow, jump off the right side, hop down this little hole. Jump over the gap. And you'll find a chest right here. I already grabbed that chest earlier too, so I didn't get anything from it, but you should get some gear from it. I'm going to consume my grenade because sometimes this next part's a little finicky. You should get sucked up into this, but sometimes it doesn't always happen. When you get up here, there will be a ton of taken thrall. You can kill them, or you can just ignore them and move on. And now we're at the final boss fight. I'm going to swap out my Wither Horde here for an ignition code with blinding grenades. I'm going to keep the Ikelos SMG. But I'm going to swap out Threaded Needle for Anarchy. Now, if you don't have Anarchy, I will have a separate video showing the boss fight without Anarchy to help you out. Aside from that, everything should be good, except I'm going to take Sword Scavenger off and go with another Grenade Launcher Scavenger. I'm going to stay on a Devour Warlock as well. Alright, when I'm ready to go, I am going to use a Rally Banner. You'll notice 3 pillars around the room. Those will change when the encounter starts. But as you guessed, we'll be dunking some more motes. So I'm going to clear out some of these scions right away. That'll make it easy. Let's see what I need. I need 1 dark, 1 light. So 2 light and 1 dark. The purpose of the blinding grenades is to blind these knights so they stop firing on you. So I'm going to go for the dark one right away. Right, once I have all of the dark motes, I can go dunk them over here. When you do, an ogre will spawn right in that spot. I'm going to head over here and get ready for the ogre. I'm going to blind it, stick 1 anarchy on it. And we got 2 more knights here. They're grouped up, which is nice for me. So this will give me 1 set of light motes. I'm going to try to make it over there without dying. I'm going to eat a grenade. And there should be another ogre out as well. So you're going to have to be careful for that. I am kind of getting bombarded here. Trying to get another Warmind cell. There we go. And now I'm going to try to blind the ogre like I did the first time. That didn't quite go as I'd hoped right there, but we got through it. Alright, now I need light motes again. We'll blind this knight. Looks like we have more scions. I'm going to try to not let this get out of hand again. Destroy that Warmind cell. Destroy that one as well. And it looks like that was able to kill a knight and give us light motes. So when you dunk the 3rd set of motes, you're onto the boss DPS. You can either stay in the arena and fight off the 3rd ogre, or you can head to the middle and get ready for boss DPS. So right away here, I'm going to try to get anarchy on the boss. You want to avoid that, otherwise it'll teleport you back to the beginning. Anytime it shoots it, I just try to avoid it. Eventually some taken hobgoblins spawn in the area. And the boss will move on. Should teleport right here. You want to take out these hobgoblins if you can. Gotta avoid that. And right towards the end, there's going to be hobgoblins. One thing you want to avoid is going too far away from the boss. Otherwise, you'll gain stacks of dark entropy. If you gain 10 stacks of dark entropy, you will die. And here's the final phase of DPS. I'm going to throw a grenade on him as well. And I'm going to use my grenade launcher. Looks like I might have a 3-phase on my hands. I didn't do quite as much damage as I'd hoped. It was close to half his health, but not quite enough. When the DPS phase is done, you can head here. Then you'll be in a new room where you'll have to repeat that starting process. So I'm going to initially start by placing a rift right here to kind of gain some ground. I was able to blind this knight over here, so I'm going to need one light, and a dark. I have my grenade up, so I'm going to proc Devour. Alright, I have one set of light, so we'll go for another set. And as soon as that's done, I'll dunk it. And then I have to be ready for the ogre. Got an anarchy shot and blinded it. Blind that knight. And blind that knight. Alright, the ogre is down. Blinded that knight again. And that knight. So I need one set of dark and one set of light. We have some scions spawning, so I'm going to worry about those first. My Warmind cells were able to get me another set of light motes. I'm going to blind this knight real quick. And then the ogre. I really hope I get some more anarchy before boss DPS. Looks like I got some right there. So this last set of motes has to be in the dark. I didn't get that in there. That's unfortunate. Should be in the dark now though. Yep, that worked out. I don't want to pick up the white motes because they will override my dark motes. Looks like we have some scions spawning here again. I don't really want to let my dark motes expire, but I was in the white for that. Let's just take care of these scions first. I was in the dark there, so that's good. I'm going to blind that knight. Actually, I might just go for that knight. Alright, perfect. Dunk those. And then hop up here to go to boss DPS. Make sure Anarchy's reloaded. That grenade was a little bit short. Try to avoid that. Get ready for the boss teleport. And that was not ideal. My Warmind cell actually prevented me from jumping there. As you can see, I'm gaining stacks of dark entropy. And head up here to take out these remaining hobgoblins. I kind of chalk this up to already being a 3-phase, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll just try to get it as weak as possible before that point though. Alright, it's really weak. Now we're going to go repeat that process again to try to get a third DPS phase. The more times you have to do this, the riskier it gets, but you can try your best to do it as fast as possible. So we need 1 light and 2 dark. I'm going to blind those two. I'm going to place a rift. Alright, we got light. So I'm going to try to get light from this one as well. Gonna eat a grenade real quick. And then I'll head over to the 1 light side. Let me rift real quick for my own safety. And then I'm going to blind this ogre. Or not. Not even going to hit it with anything. I did end up getting an anarchy on it, so that'll be alright. Now we need 2 dark sets of motes. Looks like the other knight was over here. I didn't realize that. Put an anarchy shot there. Gotta be careful for the ogre. Let me shoot that warmind so quick. And we're going to need 1, and we're going to need dark motes again. Let's shoot that warmind cell, see what happens. And I didn't destroy it yet. Alright, that should give me the last set of dark. I'm going to eat a grenade quick to heal, and then head over for the dunk. And then I'm going to rush right towards the center, and hopefully be safe. Toss anarchy. And super. Alright, that is it for my solo flawless completion of the Prophecy dungeon on a Warlock. If you want to see the Kell Echo boss fight without anarchy, I will link a video to that in the comment section down below. I hope that this video helped you out, and if it did, remember to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.